Welcome back to the shipyard. Today, we have something a little different. Uh, Something pretty cool, I think. This is some custom work. Just get that out fresh. Um, this is Ru'afo's flagship. If you guys are following the Antares Ship Yard project at all, this is the most recent bit of info that's come out from Jerry. And he sent me this whole setup to run to do a review and well, don't get too used to cards being set up like this, but yeah, it's nice. It's really cool. So let's get into this. Rafu's flagship. It's a Sona destroyer. It's Dominion and independent. That's pretty cool. It's a 4-2-3-4. 22 points for double crew, double weapon, and a tech. Okay, I can buy that. End phase. Target an enemy ship at range 1 to 2. If you have a target lock token beside the targeted ship, you may spend it and target one face down damage card next to that ship. Flip the targeted damage card face up and resolve any effect. See, WizKids was starting to play with these kind of flipping damage cards up, and they still may continue with those. But I really like this. This is called making things hurt more. And I enjoy that. I I like the potential that exists here. I think this is a cool ability. I don't think it breaks the game. I don't think it's ridiculously overpowered. But I think it's interesting. The generic, we lose a shield, of course. We lose a crew slot. Sure, makes sense. And it saves 2 points. So yeah, not too bad there. Let's look at the dial. So we've got ones, straight banks, full complement of twos, three come about. You know, I like the 2, 3 turns, four straight. It's reasonable. It's not totally gross in its maneuverability. We never saw it go super fast, so I don't think it needed a five. I think it fits. All right, Captain Ru'afo, skill 7. Yeah, it feels right. One talent, Dominion, Independent, Captain. That gets pretty good. 5 points. Activation phase. After you perform a target lock action, you may select a battle station scan or evade token beside the targeted enemy ship and place a token of the same type beside your ship. I like it. Get a little extra bonus out of things. He wants to target lock. He goes well on his own flagship. He's kind of double action, but he's conditional double action that keeps him from being ridiculously good. But he's pretty good. 5 points, little pricey, but again, I can see him getting played. Double faction is nice. Dominion doesn't have a ton of high skill captains that aren't named Wayoon, so he fits in nicely on Dominion ships. And Independent, of course, can always use high skill captains. You've got Khan, you've got Carr. Love me some Carr. But Ru'afo for action economy, also really good. And of course, you had to have an elite talent. Aggressive tendencies. I love the picture. Can only be equipped to Rafu's flagship or a Sona destroyer, so we're not going to get anything too crazy here. Action. If there are no enemy ships in your forward firing arc, discard this card to rotate your ship 90 degrees in either direction. Place an Ox Power token beside your ship. So basically, this is saying, I can't shoot at anybody. I want to shoot at somebody. Let me shoot at somebody. I'm all for it. This is a fun, unique action. Yeah, I can get on board with it. I think that it hurts, right? It's an ox. It's your action. You're not going to have much economy, but you get to move and you get to be set up to do more things down the road. I think it's worth it. For 4 points, it is a discard, so that's maybe a little pricey. I might like to see it down at 3 because I don't think it's crazy good. I think it's good. I don't think it's crazy. Um, but yeah, it's a pretty good card. Photon torpedoes here. Dominion independent, 2 points. Okay, the attack value of the weapon is this ship's primary weapon value plus 1. Okay, like it already. 5 dice on Sona. We can put it on Dominion battle cruisers for 7 dice. You seeing potential here? Because I'm seeing potential here. Range 2 to 3, if I didn't say that. Attack, if this ship has a target lock token on the defending ship, put 2 time tokens on the card. So you have to have the target lock. You put 2 time tokens, and you convert all blanks into battle stations. So you want action economy. Ducat loves this with Bohica. Yeah. This is good. This is a really good torpedo. And Dominion ships have battle stations for the most part. So what's not to like? Yeah, this is good. Oh, you know what? I should look before we go too much further about the baseplate on Ru'afos, because that kind of tells something. Sorry, I know, not anything super interesting here. I guess that did not get published anywhere. Maybe it did. No. I would assume we're at 180 because that's what most Dominion ships are, but maybe it's 90-90. Anyway, I'll find out and I'll try to get a comment in on that. All right. Complete transparency. I helped design this card. So I'm not, well, I am biased when it comes to talking about this card. I'm not sure I can fairly review it. So let's talk about it. All right. Isolytic subspace weapon. It is a question mark. It is 5 points. Now it says weapon, but it's question mark. Why did we do that? You must use 1 tech and 1 weapon upgrade slot to deploy this upgrade to your ship. This upgrade can only be equipped to Ru'afo's flagship or a Sona ship. Action. Place 1 mission token at range 2 to 3 from your ship in any direction and remove this card from play. This ship may not perform an attack this game round. Okay, so you're deploying it as your action. Then we go to the reference card. The mission token that was placed by the isolytic weapon would now be known as the isolytic subspace weapon token, the ISWT for short. Activation phase. Every ship that's within range 1 to 2 of the ISWT places an Aux power token beside their ship equal to the speed of their revealed maneuver minus 2. So, you performed a 5 straight, you're taking 3 Aux power. A 2, you get nothing. That's fine. It's because this weapon is attracted to warp cores. So the faster you're going, the more dilithium you're pumping, the more it's being drugged towards you. Okay, at the start of the combat phase, each ship within range 1 to 2 of the mission token rolls attack dice equal to the speed of their revealed maneuver dial plus 1. You do get to defend against those dice. Okay? Now, you can also, instead of taking the attack, you can place a damage card beside their ship to negate the attack. If you do so, it's like Warp Core Breach. You can't perform any maneuvers greater than the speed of 2 for the remainder of the game. And then at the end phase, you remove the token from play. So, it's like the core got detonated. So basically, it goes in, it gives out a bunch of ox, people take some damage, and then we're done. I think it's interesting. It's nice. It's like a little area of effect bomb. It just goes, you drop it, it goes poof, a little bigger poof, but it's range 1 to 2. But you got a 2 to 3 deployment, so it's actually a pretty big range here. But yeah, I think it's an interesting card. I mean, by all means, let me know what you think about it in the comments. But I like what it does, and I don't think we broke the game with it. Somebody could certainly do things like put Gorn's sensor or say Uhura to extend the range of weapons. Then no, because it's a token, you can't do anything to tokens. Anyway, all right. Tarlac Officer. 2 points for this. When attacking, if there are any uncancelled hits or crits during your attack, place an Ox power token beside the target enemy ship. Okay. 2 points to give out some Ox consistently. It's kind of a win more, but you know what? Throwing out some Ox, I like it. I like Tarlac. I had nothing to do with any other card in this pack besides the isolytic weapon, so I can fairly review these. Yeah, I like Tarlac. I think Tarlac could easily go in the game. I don't know how much it would ever get played, but there are some cards that would go based off of existing Ox power. I forget what they are off the top of my head, but for those, you could actually trigger it with an early Tarlac, or hope to trigger it, and then get your boost on that weapon for a ship having an Ox power. So, yeah, I like Tarlac. The Ellora Officer. When defending, if there are no friendly ships within range of this ship, you get +1 defense die this game round. For 3 points. Okay. And within range 1 to 2. I need to talk to Jerry about this because this probably needs to not say this game round. It just needs to be when defending. If there's nobody within range 1 to 2, you get an extra defense die. Because it needs to be consistent. It needs to just be that you get a conditional +1 defense die. Because if it says this game round, you only get it the first time you choose to activate it, which is most likely the first time you're shot at. And 3 points for 1 extra die is a lot to pay. That seems more like a 2-point ability to me. 3 points when Hood Riker is 3 points, or when Tom Paris is 4 points. That's probably a better scale. Tom Paris doesn't have the conditions, but he always gives the die. I'd like the Ellora Officer with conditions to always give me the die for 3. That's my thinking. All right. And that's the pack. So let's put some grades in here. We always did this, or we used to do this. So the Son of Destroyer, I like it. I don't think it's broken. Ru'afo's Flagship. I don't think it's broken. There. The generic, I'd probably never fly it. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but it's just on the fringe of mission playable. It's not bad, but like a D+ is passing in some ways, and it's just there. Ru'afo is definitely good. I like Ru'afo. He's a B+. The flagship's also that BB plus. Aggressive tendencies loses a little because it's a one shot. The photon torpedoes I like. The isolytic subspace weapon. I mean, I had fun designing it. How much would it actually see play? I don't know. It's a C plus B minus card probably. Tarlac officer, just to be sure. Yeah, Tarlac's the Ox adder. I like Tarlac. Feels like a win more. Again, probably that like probably a solid C. The Ellora, assuming we add in my change there, we go C plus on it. Nah, it's just a defense die. There's no conversion. I'll go C minus on that. All right. And yeah, then overall grade. Overall grade on the pack. It's fun. It's a fun pack. It's a good pack. Overall grade on the pack, B minus. Very, 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 very few things get an A from me. The Borg Resistance is Futile pack gets an A. The Kelvin faction pack got an A. Starter 2 got an A. But there's just so few things that get an A from me. They're just, most things fall into the B range because there's always something that brings it down. This pack has a lot of good things. They're not awesome, and that speaks to the quality of the design. So yeah, we'll call it there. I like this pack. This is Shipyard improved, and that's a good thing. So yeah. All right. Hey, thank you guys for watching, and hey, Jerry, thank you for making the pack. Until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care, guys.